Teddy? Were you licking me?
No, Mistress.
Ah. That reminds me, I have to review Ravenous. Teddy, will you kindly stop not licking me?
Okay, Mistress.
Greetings, gentle viewers! I'm reviewing Ravenous! Now, this is going to be one of those "this film is amazing" type reviews because, let's be honest here, it's Ravenous, it is fucking amazing. Now, if you've never seen this type of review before, stop this and go and look at the Reanimator or Versus reviews. And Teddy! Do I need to bring in the fucking cattle prod?
No, Mistress.
Better fucking not. Sorry, gentle viewers. I attempted to explain consent to him and things got a bit weird. Ravenous is a really dark comedy. In fact, you've heard of black comedy. Well, this is red comedy. Blood fucking red. It's the tale of cannibalism in 19th century USA being played by 20th century Eastern Europe. My guess is that's where you get the world's most authentic Native Americans. Because of the cutting up I need to do, I won't be able to do it justice, but try to listen out for the soundtrack. It's one of the greatest ever done. It's by Damon Albarn of Blur and the Gorillaz working with Michael Nyman, the minimalist composer. And they're going mad on period instruments, Native American chants, and century-old recordings. In fact, observe.
The Ravenous soundtrack, your one-stop shop for all your personal soundtrack needs. Perfect for when you're hiking, or going crazy outside of a cave, murdering David Arquette, going on a zany chase, planning on killing that bastard.
Let's go kill that bastard.
Yelling over music, or even masturbating.
Actually, it doesn't help at all. It's really kind of distracting. Ravenous! Oh, Ravenous! Oh my god, Ravenous is so good!
Ravenous, the greatest soundtrack ever written.
Oh, Ravenous, please, more! Oh, spit in my mouth, Ravenous! Spit in my mouth, Ravenous!
And away we begin with, hey, the Anonymous? Wow, must be the earlier, less political work. So the flag's there to convince us that we're not in Slovenia. Did it work? You decide. This is our main character, Boyd. He's being made a captain for bravely taking an enemy position via the power of taking a nap under some corpses behind enemy lines. It makes sense in context. They then celebrate the promotion in the traditional way by eating all the steak in a 50-mile radius and therefore doom people to starvation on the Oregon Trail. Anyway, Boyd's kind of got PTSD. Oh, the title's been delivered by bow and arrow. How delightfully offbeat and quirky! Wait, that sounded sarcastic. I totally meant that! Wait, have I just cancelled out the sarcasm or just compounded it? Was that sarcastic? Fuck it, life's too short to worry about the possible exponential growth of sarcasm. Besides, Guy Pearce looks really pissed off with my bullshit. Boyd's commanding officer, General Leo McGarry, knows that he's a coward and that he feigned death before taking the enemy base. Since it had looked bad to execute a war hero, he sent to Fort Spencer, a way station on the top of a mountain on the road to California, i.e. somewhere it'd be really hard for him to cause trouble. But first, he must face the journey there, high peaks, untold perils, and all those credits trying to jump out and murder him. Better luck next time, Neil McDonough.
average flat in New York.
Fort Spencer is basically a place to dump problem soldiers who they can't just kick out or hang or something. There's Toffler, who has some sort of undefined social disorder and tries to fix the TV about 80 years too early. Weird. Knox, who's a drunk. Reich, who might be so good at his job that he's been demoralizing the other soldiers. David Arquette, who's David Arquette.
Best dialogue the man ever had.
There's George and Martha, two Native American scouts, who I assume were sent here to freeze to death because it's 1850-something and people are cunts. And the boss, Colonel Hart, played by Jeffrey Jones, and I think I'll just let real life write the subtext for why he might be here. So David Arquette is sent off on an errand. I'm guessing it's to check out whatever time-travelling portal we used to get here.
No peyote, no women.
No women.
Okay, nice trip.
No peyote, but have a nice trip. Mixed messages there.
Maybe I'll get inventive and try to smoke a local woman and fuck some drugs. I get the feeling that Fort Spencer is a place in 19th century America where pleasant meets seasonal affective disorder.
To escape. In one form or another. Frightening thing about escape, though. The chance you might end up someplace worse.
Oh my lord, is that Scottish actor Robert Carlyle back when he pretty much exclusively played psychopaths in lower budget movies? Not to be mistaken for Scottish actor Robert Carlyle, who right now pretty much exclusively plays assholes in American television. Carlyle's playing Calhoun, a missionary whose wagon train got stuck in the mountains for about 3 months, and I think you can guess where this is going.
Donner, party of 50? Donner! Donner party over here!
Good Lord.
I walked into the mountains and emerged as Jesus. I've seen shit that'll turn you Jewish!
You should have seen me 3 months ago.
I looked much more like L. Ron Hubbard.
I'm sorry, but you did say no food for 3 months.
Said Private Reich while threateningly holding a dildo. Calhoun begins his story. After pressing return to size up the situation, his wagon team worked out they were fucked. They were trapped in a cave for months before they started eating those who had died.
And then things got out of hand.
And then shit got out of hand?
I fear you may have rendered the word understatement functionally meaningless. The others in the story took to playing baseball in the dead of night, but Hunger Games are deeply stupid and it turned to murder.
Janusz was the first to be killed.
The killer was Colonel Ives, a military man moonlighting as a scout. Calhoun ran and left the last survivor, Mrs. McCready, in the cave with the colonel.
Mrs. McCready, is she still there?
I'm Colonel Ives as far as I know.
Let's pack up.
Pack?
We've got to go up
Why-
there.
why pack?
We've got to go. It's our job.
Oh, fuck yeah, a big damn hero sequence!
There's Toffler. Reich has got his own rifle. Got my pistol. I think the cave's about 3 or 4 days march. What is it, George?
It's okay, George, we'll wait. Fucking George always interrupting my big damn hero sequences.
George uses some primitive manga to explain about the Wendigo myth. Now, at least one of you is about to tell me that it's a Canadian myth, and that is true, but the film explains that. Apparently, it was taken in by Manifest Destiny and decided to emigrate to the USA. The Wendigo myth says that if you become a cannibal, your hunger becomes monstrous and insatiable, and you might turn into a giant white monster, but that's not important right now. Because they don't believe George about it, he responds with a fuck you against Christianity.
White man eats the body of Jesus Christ every Sunday.
Colonel Hart.
Huh?
Colonel Hart.
What? Oh, thank you.
The music's not only because this looks like a Lord of the Rings pre-make, oh no, there's fucking pipeweed! The cave is about 3 days travel, and about 2 days into the journey I realised that about half these guys are dressed like the Doctor, which is good because you can get high and pretend this is a better version of the 50th anniversary.
Rest stop.
The rest stop of the Doctor is already a classic.
Rest stop.
Go pee and Toffler, try not to get stuck to the ground by a frozen stream of piss. Again.
Look! Look! Hey! It's a bone! It's a bone!
Wow, Reich's sleeping around like a particularly heroic Cubert.
He's alright!
You alright?
And I see a check first. Now it'll be awkward if he complains about the compound fractures. Toffler's lucky the script doesn't know how gay these two actors are playing the characters, because if it did, then Reich would totally baptize Toffler's new orifice. with cum.
I would very much appreciate some of that bourbon now.
I'm joking about a man fucking an open wound. That's the sort of comment that makes people fall in love with me or turn the review off in disgust. And the question is, gentle viewer, which one will you be? Okay. Wait, what's going on? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, fucking no! I told you to turn off the review or fall in love with me, not both! Get the fuck away from me! And Jesus fucking... In an unrelated matter, Teddy, stop licking me. I won't ask again.
Sorry, Mistress.
The rest of you, get the fuck away from me! Oh, fuck it! Actually, no, don't take it literally. Don't fuck it. Don't! Fuck you, piece of shit!
Now that I've halved my audience, let's continue. In other news, Calhoun's taken to licking Toffler's wounds. As you do. No, as he does.
He was licking me!
That's my job! I'd make a sex joke here, but this film is nearly literally made of homoeroticism.
Please restrain me. Restrain me.
I would like you on a long white leash. I would parade you down the high street.
Oh, there's a funny blooper here. The budget had got so thin by this point that they had to use white cloth as snow. When they could have just remembered that the people in the cave came from a wagon train, so all of this could have been cloth anyway. So Reich is sent into the cave because Toffler's shit and George is too smart to go anywhere near it.
You're gonna have to go in with Reich. I'm sorry, but I need an officer in there.
And I'm too, well, let's be honest here, Jeffrey Jones shaped.
Don't know about you, but I'd pay to visit the Ravenous showcase. There's the fascinating rock formations, the off-screen bats, and actors eating each other on the hour. Who wouldn't want to visit?
Captain. Sorry. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure the concept of fear is against Reich's religion. So on the outside, Calhoun is going crazy and attempting to invent rap.
Mr. Calhoun!
The poor bastard didn't realize that gestures aren't enough and you actually need to speak. And oh no, I just killed someone from Baltimore!
How you doing, hun? You like my new diet? It's murder, but the results are amazing.
Jesus! How the fuck did you miss them?
If it's not in frame, it doesn't exist.
And why did Ives wire the skeletons together after eating the people? Where did he get the wire? So many questions! So Wright counts the skeletons and figures out the awful truth.
It's a trap! Calhoun killed everyone!
I know it's the magic of editing or some shit, but I love that Reich and Boyd can run back to the entrance, screaming at people to kill Calhoun, and still, before their voice can be heard outside, Calhoun has the time to be crazy, gesture like mad, walk back and forth, dig at the earth, be crazy again, finish digging, stab Colonel Hart, shoot George, take off his coat, and finally do this.
Done.
Run. This scene, my friends, is what musical schizophrenia must sound like! It sounds fucking awesome!
Toffler!
Go! Come on! I am a butcher. I work in outer space. I serve my meats to every different kind of alien race. I am famous throughout the world. Yes, yes, that's true. You may know my motto, may the pork be with you.
Anyway, Toffler nobly improves the world by leaving it in agonizing pain.
You loaded? Of course. Let's go kill that bastard.
You know, so little is explained about Reich that every time he's on screen I have to come up with these mad theories about him. Like right now, I think he might be the inspiration for Nietzsche's Übermensch.
Of course, he could, I suppose, just be dead.
Yeah, probably dead. Nope. No! Okay, how many fucking trees are standing on top of each other? Oh, hey, Reich. Fancy last trip together?
Ha 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 ha! Christ, yes, I am funny. Ha ha!
Ah, shit, the joke was so bad that Reich reanimated himself through the power of angry manliness. Now, the whole bit where Boyd spends a few days in the hole, eats Reich, and fixes his compound fracture is pretty boring. Hey, for fuck's sake, that's not how you smoke a cigar! This whole part is my least favourite bit of the film, and really, it's the only crap bit. The only thing I got out of it was a realisation that I really want a Wild West Nehru jacket. So Boyd has his way with Reich, cannibals and wives, to regain his strength for the important stuff.
And now he's emerging from a hole. Oh, Ravenous, is there anything you can't make gay?
Actual homosexuality, mistress. It was illegal and punishable by death at the time.
The theme of this piece of music is soundtrack to an offbeat horror movie about a possessed children's music box. And the red coat is coming! The red coat is coming! Very slowly coming!
Boyd? Martha Knox is Boyd!
Aw, pity poor David Arquette. He has to remember lines now.
Martha Knox is Boyd!
Martha, please. You need to tell George's ghost to stop chanting. It's distracting me from my PTSD. Partway through Martha giving him more information about the Wendigo, I realised that I'd like to see a film about Native American myth that's not about white people. General Liam McGarry arrives from wherever the start of the film was to tell Boyd that they couldn't find any evidence of the shit in the cave. That, and the reveal that Colonel Hart's replacement is Calhoun, ups his shell shock to over 9,000.
How's the leg?
Jesus, he's trying to burrow to safety! That rarely works!
Calhoun is now Colonel Ives, the man he said killed everyone in the wagon train. Was his name really Ives? Did he take Ives' identity? Has he got multiple personalities? I don't know, and everyone who made this disagrees, so it's not like I should dwell on it. So no one believes Boyd about Ives, and Knox, the only other man to meet Calhoun, can't remember what he looked like because he was drunk.
You were drunk.
Captain, please.
Knox drinks. A lot. It's to dull the pain of not having slaves to whip. Ives has to remove his shirt to prove that he couldn't be Calhoun because his shoulder's not wounded. And this film somehow makes men staring intently at other men's naked shoulders homoerotic.
Fucking weird, I know.
Is there a problem?
Not with you, Colonel.
So, is a 40-year-old Scotsman usual colonel material in 1858 USA? Is Ives a Scottish name? This might be part of the whole ambiguity thing about who Calhoun is, but part of me wishes he'd a lesser rank and a different name. What the fuck is he doing with that hammer? Wait, what the fuck is he doing with that hammer? Oh, it's a dream. Making sense is overrated. Plus, he's hardly the first person to dream about stabbing David Arquette. Later on, I can't help but think that Boyd's not helping convince everyone that he's not insane by being clearly fucking insane.
It appears a number of us could use some rest.
So Ives finally talks with Boyd about what happened up in the cave and gives another origin story. Unfortunately, it's also bullshit because he uses the word
tuberculosis
and
depression.
Therefore proving that he's likely a time traveller, because those words didn't exist in the 1850s.
Maybe he's the one that stranded David Arquette here. He doesn't recognize Ives because he's constantly so high he thinks he's making Scream 6. Ghostface goes west!
A man eats the flesh of another. He steals its strength. He absorbs the other man's spirit.
The Wendigo myth gets more awesome sounding every time it's explained, and I'm not sure how, because they don't use that many different words. It currently sounds like a blood-based version of the Quickening.
Amusingly, with these two, there can be only one! And then none, because you're gonna die to escape the curse.
I reached Denver that spring feeling virile.
I fucked a lot of skeletons in that cave, I don't mind telling you.
So Boyd attacks Ives because you would, wouldn't you?
He died, you die.
And Knox sends Martha out to find David Arquette to send someone even less important than him to arrest Boyd, because frozen shit rolls downhill. But Arquette is missing.
You check around outside?
No.
Well, check around outside, woman!
Wait, did you teleport between the buildings you looked in? So having been told to check outside, she heads for the nearest building and checks in there. Ah, shit, someone murdered BoJack Horseman! What will Will Arnett do now?
Major Knox!
You didn't check in the building, you didn't check outside. Where the fuck did you check? The roof?
Ah, clearly not the roof then.
Anyway, since every film has at least 2 cast members that want to murder David Arquette, Boyd gets off fairly light, all things considered.
That was for Cleves. And this is for my horse.
You know, Boyd probably should have avoided the military and just been a PE teacher or something. So Martha is sent away to get General Leo McGarry, and the stage is set for Major Knox and his bourbon-marinated flesh to be served up for dinner.
Knox! Major Knox? Knox!
Ground control to Major Knox. Boyd wants you to fucking listen!
Talk to me, Major. I'd like to know you're still alive.
Be quiet, Boyd.
When did you do it, Ives?
Do what, Captain?
Kill Cleves and the horses. I was watching you the whole time.
So how did he do it? It's a mystery so subtle that most people don't realize it exists until that moment.
Good gracious.
Hello, Boyd.
Yep, jolly old Jeffrey Jones.
I hated doing that.
Weirdly, I was okay with pretty much everything else, though.
What happened to you?
I was stabbed and then saved by Ives, so I figured I owed him a favor, so I killed my friends. It makes sense if you don't think about it. Still trying to get him to sign up, Ives explains the underlying theme of the film to Boyd.
Manifest destiny.
The cannibalism is America itself, expanding, growing, killing, and consuming all it can. Ives plans to take over the fort and feed on the travelers on the way to California.
People are not stupid, Ives.
Really?
Someone will notice that Hart's alive and the fort has 2 colonels. You really should have chosen another rank, Ives.
Really?
Anyway, Boyd now has a choice. Cake, made of human flesh, or death, and being turned into a cake made of human flesh.
Stew a la Major Knox. Isn't this civilized?
Oh, fuck, that's brilliant.
Now on Ravenous, will Guy Pearce eat stew? The tension is exquisite, I hope it'll last. So when the General arrives, do you think you'll notice that 2/3 of the fort are now Ventru?
Oh hey, you gave in to the madness. That's awesome.
Funnily, that look of disgust while eating was real. Guy Pearce is a vegetarian and had to eat lamb in every take. That's a little something called not having the budget for convincing fake meat. Anyway, in the morning...
Breakfast, lunch, reinforcements.
I say that when I see the pizza guy coming. Poor bastards are happier once we turn into minions.
Over with Boyd, Hart is going suicidal, and it's a turn not exactly telegraphed.
You have to kill me. I can't live like this anymore.
You could accuse them of making much of this up as they went along, but it's hardly an accusation. The script was being rewritten when they lost the writer mid-shoot. They also lost 2 directors, so I'm thinking they started a colony in the cave from earlier. It's a pity Boyd didn't have time to nibble on Hart's fingers. Who knows what kind of cannibal squared powers he could have received. Anyway, it's time for the final battle. Whose beard will reign supreme?
As Cannibaline!
Banger gone, sushi battle's on. Can't believe it's taken us this long, but we finally have a sushi battle today.
Oh, Christian imagery for no fucking reason. My favorite kind of Christian imagery.
White man eats the body of Jesus Christ every Sunday.
George, stop pretending that at a point. Also, can we spend a few moments looking at Jesus' gloriously starry space pants? Suddenly Ives thinks he's starring in a very white remake of Assassin's Creed 3. This is one of the stabbiest, bone crunchiest, brutal fights, featuring 2 tiny men until Ant-Man. And wasn't there snow out there 2 minutes ago? Fucking hell, this is worse snow continuity than Nixon and Hogan Smoke Christmas! And that's quite a fucking achievement! Oh, and in case you're wondering about the music,
It's saying, save our souls, Lisa. Now, I have no idea who Lisa is, but the track's also called Save Our Souls, Lisa, so I'm guessing she's important to someone.
You're saving my soul, Lisa!
Why are you so hysterical?
Anyway, Boyd wins the fight the traditional 19th century way by tricking Ives into mutual suicide by bear trap.
That was really sneaky.
So the General tries to stew, and since he won't know what's in it, he's going to feel superpowered and then really hungry and have no idea why. It'll be like a 19th century version of Thinner. Anyway, Martha checks in on Boyd and Ives and decides that she's had more than enough of all the crazy fucking white people. I think she figured it was a gay thing.
That was Ravenous, and I fucking love this film!
It's the best film of the season and it's nearly perfect. It's a case study on how something built from behind the scenes problems, something that really had no right to work on any level, can sometimes, somehow turn out brilliantly. It's weird, it's unique, it has a tone all of its own, and you really need to see it. And about the homoerotic stuff, I didn't stick that in just for a few cheap laughs. Ravenous is really homoerotic. Deliberately, and I'm not sure why.
I'm the Amanda Hagan, and I have to live with it every day. How was that?
We're done. You're wonderful, darling.
Well, yes.
Even more imposing than usual.
Of course.
I think that takes the one. Utterly perfect.
Great. As much as I like doing these videos, I have a meeting with the Pope to be late for. But first... Get the fuck out here. Teddy, why don't you go in link number 500,521,528.8?
But they want me to, mistress.
I'm going to have to explain consent again to you, aren't I? Teddy, this is a cattle prod designed for my genetically perfected aurochs!
Yes, mistress.
Do you want me to zap your testicles with it?
No, mistress.
Okay. That was a bad thing to do. Do you want me to zap you?
No, mistress.
Okay. You didn't consent to having your useless faggot supercharged, but I did it anyway. Do you understand?
Yes, mistress.
Teddy, stop licking me.
Oh, please, someone tell me we got all that on film. It'll be a great pointless addition to the end of the review.
I came in with Halley's Comet, and I expect to go out with it.